These are some of the most luxurious model homes I have ever seen in a community, and we are back in south of Houston, Texas, in a suburb called Manvel. You're about to see some of the most beautiful model homes ever. Welcome to Pomona. All right, y'all, welcome to Pomona. This is an amazing community, fully loaded with amenities, very similar to my Meridiana video. If you guys watched that Meridiana, amenities I have never seen before in a neighborhood, freaking awesome. Now, Pomona is loaded down with some great builders. We got Toll Brothers, we got Coventry, we have a couple other builders we're gonna tour today. And so we're gonna take you on to a tour. We're gonna tour some 60-foot products, and then we're gonna tour this bad boy right there. So let's go ahead and get our journey started for today. I got Samantha with me, so she's gonna record. Let's go. All right, guys, we're gonna tour the Highland model first. The Highland model is more of like an entry-level starter level home. We're gonna be in the 300s. This particular model is gonna be in the mid 4s. However, you know, this section here, we're in the, what, Samantha? We're in the 45s,
This is
40s?
Yeah, 42, 45 foot lots.
Okay, so yeah, we're in the 42 to 45 foot lots. Now this model, Lincoln model, 2,600 square foot, and the as is gonna put you around $450,000. So let's go take a look.
And
you tell me if you think it's worth it, and we'll go from there.
This is Highland Homes.
Highland Homes, let's
Yep.
go take a look. Okay. Okay, so it's a little bit smaller than what we've filmed so far in other communities. However, this one's 2,600 square foot.
Yeah.
Decently sized.
This one, she was saying that this one can start at 2,300 square foot, but with the structural upgrades that you'll see today in this house,
Yeah.
it puts it at 2,600.
So how do you feel about the staircase being right here off the
Honestly,
door?
I don't mind it. I
don't
like
mind
it. I think it's fine. It's a great place. It's like off the side
Off
when
the
you walk
side,
in. It's
yeah.
not, in the way. I think it's great.
So we'll walk down this hallway here to our right-hand side. This will end up being
This would be the garage.
the garage
door.
area for
Yeah.
sure. And then we have this part. So 2,600 square foot for a starter home in the what, 300s, but this model the way it is 450.
Yep.
I think this is a pretty decent
Yeah.
like model. I mean, look how big the island is, and then your utility room is off the kitchen. Some people love that,
Honestly-
some people hate that, but man, the way this kitchen is.
This is a great floor plan, really. I mean, considering it's only 2,600 square feet, here's the utility off the kitchen, but it has a great flow. Like,
Yeah, it really does.
it's a great home.
You know what's crazy? If you look at the older, the more traditional style floor plans that we typically see in 2,600 square foot homes that aren't full custom, of course, just your standard home that you'd see in a typical subdivision, you don't see stuff like this.
No.
This
that's
is
what I
not
was-
your
yeah.
average kitchen
This
in a 2,600
is
square
a
foot
large,
house.
like very nice kitchen for a 2,600. And I feel like, well, I mean, I guess you do see 2 stories normally,
Yeah.
about that square footage,
Uh-huh.
but it's just, I feel like this one's really well thought out, and it's a great floor plan. I
do
love that
too.
this kitchen is so big, but still open to the living room.
If she said as is for 450, that's not bad.
No,
for Pomona,
yeah.
that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
What's this?
A little pop-up charger.
We need one of these right here. Look at that. Okay, so this is right off. So we have the
Yeah.
kitchen here, and this is gonna be
And
right
it's
off to the
open
living
to
room.
the
Open
living.
to the living room.
Which has the really tall ceilings, lots of natural light
Yeah.
with the windows.
20-foot ceilings. We'll have to wear a hard hat in here though, because if you just walk around this way and look up, we're gonna have to wear a hard hat with our kids. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah, that looks like a game room area.
Yeah, they'll be throwing Hot Wheels, they'll be throwing ball pit balls, they'll be throwing all kinds of stuff. They're Blippy toys, whatever. All right, so this is gonna be your formal dining here.
Which is
And then-
also
I just
a
honestly
great
like this is a
size.
cute little house, and I can't get over like how well it looks with
Yeah.
the size and how it's kind of that entry level type of home.
And it still
It's
feels
beautiful.
so nice. Like, even though
Yeah.
it's not like the biggest house, it's not like the
Yeah, it
most
looks-
expensive. Like, it's reasonably priced.
Yeah.
It's
For
a
Pomona,
great, yeah,
yes.
Yeah, and this is a great area. It's
And
all,
look,
everything's open.
What does it have?
Has sliding doors.
My sliding doors. That's good. That's the good stuff there.
I love this little built-in bench over here too.
That's cute.
That's really nice. A good use of space.
I know
And
you
then-
love those. You
I
wish our house
do.
had that.
I do. And then how they did the little built-in like buffet bar area in the dining.
This is a really good floor plan so far. I'm impressed. When I first walked in, I didn't think I was going to be that impressed, but when we started walking it, I was
from the outside, it looks like it could have been small.
Yeah.
But so far, I'm really liking the layout. And look, they have a practical
the practical door. Which, yeah, because you don't have to open up your sliders.
Yeah.
So,
okay, great size master bedroom.
Yeah, and then this has more natural light flow in here because we have a wall of windows, and it does the circle.
Yeah.
Like some of the other models we've seen.
The little bay window.
And the ceilings are a little bit more
size.
vaulted, so it gives you that extra height so you don't feel so claustrophobic, which is pretty nice. I'm staring at something right now. And
I know, and you normally hate this, but I think you're gonna love it.
What?
Oh, what are you staring
The barn
at?
door?
Yeah.
No, I hate barn doors.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you like it.
No.
I love.
You do? Okay, I love this shutter.
I really like this one. This one is.
Oh wow, that's pretty nice.
A very like
That's
heavy duty, fancy looking. It's not just your plain wood barn door. Like it just looks more modern to me.
Okay.
Okay, what's behind the door that's wowing you?
This is probably the best shower that I've seen in a floor plan in a starter home.
Okay.
Look at this
Let's
shower.
see it.
Look at this shower.
Oh my gosh.
This is
Wow.
for a 2,600 square foot home. It can, like I said, considered entry level. I wish this was our entry level when we bought our house. When our first house we bought.
Same.
Man.
That is a great shower. It has the 2 shower heads. Natural light.
2 shower. That's right. And then
2 sinks.
it is, you know, it is kind of small. Don't get me wrong, but like for entry level, or maybe, I mean, this is perfect.
It is. It really is.
Or for a growing family, like if you don't have 5 kids, you don't need 5, 6 bedrooms. Like this is honestly a great size. And the closet isn't too small, isn't too big. It's probably gonna look small on camera for sure, but
I mean, there's a lot of space though. You can tell just by looking at the rods. Like, that's a lot of space still for clothes.
I mean, you'd take up this whole closet. Let's be real.
Okay, and here's the bathroom right in between the sinks.
Man, I'm impressed. So that's the downstairs, and you can kind of see outside a little bit, and yeah, there's a nice little covered patio out there. And I'll say this more than once, I promise you I will, but if you build from the ground up and you have the option, spend the extra 50, sometimes they'll give you credit for this, spend this money and go ahead and add these sliders in, because it adds a whole new custom feel to your home. It doesn't feel so builder grade, it doesn't feel so starter. I mean, it adds little custom features to it. And then I want you to think about exit strategies. Remember that. I'll keep saying that, I always will. All right, upstairs, right?
Yep.
Let's go take a look. Man, this kitchen is freaking great for 2,600 square
It
foot.
really is. I love the kitchen.
Awesome.
I love all the colors too. You know me, I love color.
Me too.
I'm loving all the color choices.
All right. What do you think about the natural oak look?
Love it.
Me too.
I really
light's
love
not
like
on.
all of the
There we go.
the banisters with like the
The
metal
design, yeah.
wrought irons.
The wrought iron design on it. Yeah,
It
those look
just
nice.
looks
Instead of
more
just a
modern.
standard
What was it? It's just a hall closet.
hall closet right there.
Nice little hall linen closet. Double doors.
This is our landing area.
Oh yeah.
This is
It's
cute.
A little game room area. They have it set up as just like a living, but
Yeah.
my kids would turn this into a playroom.
They would destroy everything in here.
Maybe.
Yeah, our kids are dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Check it out, babe. This model even
It
has,
even has a media room?
it even has a media room.
Wow. You do not see this in a 2,600 square foot home. This is amazing. And this
I'll
is a
be
nice
honest.
sized media room.
Yeah, this is a really decent sized media room. They have, because we built from the ground up a long time ago, then we sold it. So we went through that building process. So we know exactly how to play the game with these builders. We've done it, we've been through it. So we relay our experience to you to help you save money in the long run whenever you go to these design centers. So we can get you the best deal. Anyways, like I was saying, I was trying to say, since we built a long time ago and sold it, they've upped their game.
Yeah.
These floor plans, they have upped their game. And when we went through that, our first time we ever went through that process was 2015.
Yeah.
And wow, nothing like this, that's for sure.
This is a nice little half bath for the upstairs area. So anyone in the game room, media room, hanging out can use
That's
the
really cool.
half bath.
And then this one has its own bath too.
Nice. This is a great size room.
I always got to ask you because I never know. Full?
Full. It's a full size.
Queen's bigger. Yes.
Queen is bigger. Yeah.
Full size. Full size bed.
I mean, it's not a bad size room.
No, it's not. I mean,
it's
for
not
kids,
the smallest,
full size bed's not that bad. And they have their own bathroom. Check out that. Check that out.
Oh, nice.
That looks good. Yeah,
that's really nice.
And I like the fact that they have their own little.
Oh, look, and they even have their own little linen closet here.
Nice.
And a walk-in closet.
I think there's another bedroom. Oh yeah, we didn't go down this hallway.
Yeah, we haven't gone down the other way.
Okay, so let's go down this hallway. Another bath. Bedroom, but they have this decked out as a study. Look at that. Is there a closet in there?
Yes.
Okay, so this is technically a bedroom, but right now the way they have it set up is
a study.
A study.
Yeah.
Albeit small. Don't get me wrong. 2,600 square foot. The amount of amenities, I guess you could say, that you're getting in the house.
Yeah.
It is remarkable. I mean, this is what I call a modernized floor plan versus your traditional that you used to see. So. Okay,
and then bathroom here. Oh, this must connect to this bedroom.
Oh yeah. Oh, and Jack and Jill.
Kind of, but it goes to the hallway, so.
Oh, that's not a bedroom, right? That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's cool. So, all right, bedroom.
Nice size bedroom.
Another full. That looks good. Okay, so here, I see. Okay, that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Because they can lock that out. They don't want anybody in here, so you can say it's an ensuite because they have another bathroom down the hallway.
Yeah, the other half bath is down there, so.
Right, exactly.
Really, I mean.
This is kind of their own
bathroom.
bathroom.
That's if you only had 2 guests using. Or if you're building from the ground, you could probably just ask them to not include that extra sink over there.
Right.
And wall it off. So then it is just this bedroom's bathroom.
Yeah, it looks good. Peekaboo.
Yeah, so sink, toilet, peekaboo, bathroom or shower, and then other sink. Back in the hallway. All right.
I kind of like the view. Right here.
I think that wraps up this.
I am a big fan of the white oak, like just the natural white oak.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of it.
Well, and like these new modern, like the actual design of it and shape of it, it's more squared and more modern. Yeah. I like them.
Well, this is what you can expect in the 40-foot sections in Pomona with a great builder, Highland Homes. Highland Homes is a great builder. Been through the build process with them plenty of times with our clients. They are fun to work with and very easygoing when you work with me, of course, okay? So, all right, that's gonna wrap up our tour for the Highland model. Let's keep going. Let's move over to the bigger sections and Coventry.
60-foot lots.
All right, let's go take a look at the Coventry 60-foot lot. All right, guys, now we are gonna tour Coventry home. This is a 60-foot product here. It is the most beautiful 60-foot product that I have seen in a long time with a model home. The name of this model home is actually Briggs, and it is around 3,600 square foot. So you ready to go inside, check it out, Samantha?
Yep, let's go.
Let's go. So as soon as you walk in, check that out up there. We got the high ceilings, modern fixtures, and that's your favorite recess part up there, right?
And look, there's the accent color on it too.
Beautiful spiral staircase that runs up there towards the landing. But let's start here. So as soon as you turn to your right, we have our study, which is perfect, again, for those that work from home. Now this looks like an actual laptop, so somebody's probably working in here. I'm not gonna touch any of this, but French doors leading into the study. And ceiling height, what do you think? 12?
10-foot ceiling.
I'm 6, so I think 4 more feet.
Yeah. 10-foot ceiling.
Okay, so over here to our left, we have bathroom and guest bedroom.
Oh.
But check out this guest bedroom. So this room is kind of small. It probably looks like it's small camera, but it is kind of small. But it's an ensuite, so it's mother-in-law suite. Come here and check this out. Yeah, so this model has its own ensuite or mother-in-law suite.
Oh, nice.
With a full stand-up shower. You don't want your elderly people that are living with you, elderly family in a tub and falling. That's not good for anybody. And then we have a small little closet. This is 3,600 square foot, right? So nice. 2-story, 3,600 square foot. But I like the fact that it does have the mother-in-law suite, right? It's kind of small in here, but.
It's a smaller bedroom for sure. It is.
It is small.
But it's still a bedroom. It's a great bedroom for a kid.
You can fit maybe a full, what do you think, a full in here?
Yeah. Because the width of the
looks good.
crib is the size
and
of
the
a full
other bathroom, the guest bathroom's right behind you.
half bath. Nice.
So beautiful spiral staircase. As soon as you walk through the door at the front, and then we have this little half moon. We have the half moon at our house. I have no idea what to put here, because kind of like right next to our staircase on our house, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
It's just decorative.
It's just decorative space.
Decoration.
You know, Pinterest is usually your best friend, but you don't really know what to do.
Wow.
Yeah, check out this kitchen.
This is awesome. I love this layout.
Beautiful gourmet kitchen. In this model, we have the undermount sink here, and this is probably a marble countertop, but cabinets to the ceiling. If you're gonna build from the ground up, guys, please take your cabinets to the ceiling. I mean, it gives it that extra custom feel, right?
Yep.
We have our 5-burner cooktop, stovetop there, and I'll just look at the size of the island. This is, what would you call this shape? I don't even know.
Quarter of a circle.
Oval? Not even an oval. I don't know, like a.
It's like a quarter of a circle. I mean, really.
So over here, this would be the garage area, but the sales reps are over here. What's up, guys?
Oh,
And
look at the little mud area. That's nice.
yeah,
And then the laundry room.
laundry room. Utility is pretty nice too. Very spacious.
I love the flooring.
Yeah, and then this right here. So this is obviously the sales rep's office, but this would be closed off, and so it'd be in the garage.
Garage door.
Yeah. All right, keep moving. All right, so let's take a look. I already see what I like over here. We'll get to that in just a second. But check out the
wait.
walk-in pantry.
Yeah, we did not see this.
Yeah, I know.
Look at this massive pantry. Wow,
Thing's pretty big.
that's amazing.
So, quick word of advice for those of you with little ones, okay? Do not put snacks down here. Don't put chips down here unless you want them to clean you out like they just robbed the bank. Like they will take all those chips, they will take everything.
I
Put
have a
it
better idea.
up here.
You just do cabinetry on the bottom.
Yeah,
And then
it's an
put
option.
the child lock on the cabinet doors. So then
That's ideal. That is ideal. Beautiful.
I love
Look,
this layout.
look.
Okay.
they
I was
have-
still on the kitchen.
You're still in the kitchen.
I was still stuck on the kitchen.
I'm the one who cooks most of the time anyways.
We'll let it slide.
All right.
We'll let it slide.
All right.
I'll be nice.
Okay, to be fair, I think it's half and half, just depending. Sometimes I might cook more often than you. Sometimes you might cook more often than me. I don't know. But look how big these sliding doors are.
They're massive.
This is huge. I mean, you open this whole wall, keep going all the
That's
way.
one thing I do like about this
Boom.
one. So a lot of the ones that we've seen are like 2 doors and you open from the middle and they each open one direction.
Like a French style?
And so you get like
Yeah.
just one little middle opening.
Yeah, this
I
one.
love that this, just the one door slides all the way to the end. So then you get a much bigger opening.
So this isn't going to be included in the base price, but for most of the time I've seen
option.
anywhere from 15 to 25K as an option for an upgrade. And depending on the credits that the builders give you, if you do build from the ground up, man, this adds so much custom features to the home, and you have to think resellability. Like,
Yeah.
I think your exit strategy, should you ever, because if you're relocating here for work and you have to move again, like you want your home to just not look like everybody
Sell itself,
else's.
yeah.
Right.
You know, something I'm looking at right here, in the fireplace, I think that is to circulate the heat from the fire into the room. It's a vent.
Yes, I think you're
That's
right.
really cool.
So the heat will go up through a flute
Yeah,
and then be pushed through here.
right.
So you can feel the actual heat.
Which that's
Yeah.
really unique. I
Isn't
don't
that
know
cool?
that I've seen that in any houses, really.
I love the stone look tile that they did
I
here
do
for the
too.
design. That looks cool. So we don't have an actual formal dining, but if you look over there, that is our formal dining
Well, I
area.
think that is the formal dining. There's not a breakfast area. That's
Right.
the formal dining. There's not a breakfast because it has, if you look behind you, there's the bar stools at the bar top. So it's just like a little breakfast bar.
It's
and
it's
then
big
a formal
enough
dining.
to fit, a really decent sized table. So,
Oh, for sure.
all right, so that is
And
everything
look at
but
this over here for this dining room. It still has the same 20-foot ceilings. And so it just feels really large.
I know.
And
That's what I thought was
all the
interesting.
natural light in here.
You know what? One thing though. Again, I have kids. We have kids, right? We have kids, so we have to think.
Overhead objects.
Overhead objects. You know, those toys, if they're not eating dinner, which they should, right? They should eat dinner with you, but sometimes you can't control 2 and 3-year-olds. They might have to throw balls from ball pits over the top and whatever.
Maybe.
You gotta wear a hard hat whenever you're eating dinner.
Still love this kitchen. It's beautiful.
Beautiful kitchen. That's what I said when I walked in here the first time, and when it said it was a 60-foot product, I was like, this is a 60-foot product? Like, this is one of the most beautiful 60-foot products I've ever seen.
It's a really great floor plan.
All right.
I'm just loving all the natural light. Where
the magic happens, we have a true wall of windows right here, bringing in natural sunlight. Like, yeah, literally. Nice little sitting in here. And I like how the design here on this model is, it's not just straight with windows. It actually has a little curve to it. So it looks pretty nice. This is a king size bed with oversized nightstands. So, I mean, this is a pretty spacious room.
The only thing that bothers me is that there's only one window to the left of this bed.
You know,
just because I'm all about symmetry.
Yes.
Like, why? Let's add another window over there on the right side.
You know, if you build from the ground up, I'm willing to bet. If you told,
I'm sure they would include it.
Yeah, like, hey, put a window here.
Yeah.
All right. Pretty sure you can do that.
That's just me being, you know, extra.
French doors. Leading.
Love the French doors.
All right, so this is actually a very similar setup to our house.
It really is.
Vanity, tub, vanity, shower, closet probably. Linen closet.
Linen closet.
Okay, same size vanity, so there's no arguing who gets what. All right, but this shower is actually decent because we've walked a lot of 60-foot products where the shower is like super small, but this one actually works very well.
It does.
This is actually a decently sized
And
shower.
I love that they added the bench in there.
Yeah.
It's so nice to have a bench to sit.
And contemplate all of your life choices.
Or if you're a woman, to shave your legs, you know.
I don't have that problem, thankfully. I don't have to shave my legs. So closet. So there's only one closet in the master, but.
I mean, it's a pretty spacious closet.
So Samantha, I'll get this, I'll get this, I'll get this, you get that right there. That's what you get.
I think it's opposite.
It's opposite.
You get that, I get the rest.
Will you cook more dinner?
We can share half and half.
You can share half and half.
Yeah, we can share half and half.
All right, I'm cool with that.
As long as you still cook dinner.
I mean, if we shared half and half, a good like half of mine would be empty because I don't have that many clothes. All right, so that completes the downstairs, right?
Yep.
So upstairs? Should we go upstairs or should we take a look outside?
Let's do upstairs first.
Let's go upstairs. Travel up this nice little spiral staircase.
Ooh,
this wide open game room area. This is
really
huge.
Cool.
This is really nice.
This is so nice.
Look at this. So, instead of like a lot of older floor plans, it'd be a wall here with a door, and then this is your media room.
Which I don't hate.
I don't hate either, but I'm digging this open concept.
I do like the openness. I like that they've made this like a little bar top right here. So you could sit here and still watch the TV, or use this if you're over here in the game room area as well.
That's very true.
I like it.
Because, you kind of feel like, you're right, like a bar top. So if you want to sit here, watch your movie, I mean, that's pretty cool. And I like how open this is.
Well, and just think like, okay, in my head, I'm thinking entertaining. If there's like a sports game on or something, you could have the game on the TV. People could sit over there to watch if they don't want to be doing whatever's going on over here. People could be over here playing games, playing pool or
poker,
whatever. Or even if this was like a kids area, the kids could be over here playing while you're right there sitting watching the TV.
Definitely. I mean, there's so much space here. It's where you can comfortably have like 20 to 25 people up here.
Yeah.
I feel. Because you could have, depending on how you're set up. Let's just say you had
maybe not 20, but
I don't know. Look, you could fit 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7, 8, a couple people standing. Oops. 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, depending on how your setup was here. But I mean, either way, you can fit a lot of people.
Yeah.
This is perfect for entertaining, and I love entertaining, that's for sure. Okay, so bedrooms.
I really love this space. That's awesome.
That is a really cool space. Like I said, 60, this is a 60. I don't see these kinds of floor plans unless I'm in like 70s, 80s, maybe even 90s.
What's even more mind-blowing is that it's only 3,600 square feet.
Which they've maximized every space. Like this looks
Yeah.
amazing. So this is gonna be our guest bath here, or kids bath, whatever. And then we have
Ooh, I love that.
the honeycomb.
Yeah, and the color.
The green.
I love
I actually like
color.
green. I like green. I need color too. I was against it. I argued with you for a long time about it. So the guest room, or guest bedroom number what, 2? Because we had one down.
Yep.
So you put your family down there. This is actually a pretty decent size. This one's bigger than the other one. That's downstairs.
It is. It is definitely bigger because it looks like a full bed, and then these 2 big locker things, which are at least the size of a nightstand. So, nice size.
Definitely good
And
size.
a little
And we have a
walk-in.
walk-in closet. All right, so let's make our way down this hallway.
Which this is like, I didn't think that there was anything to this side when I first walked up.
Yeah, because you
Look at
kind of, you end
Yeah.
here, but then you turn right, and that's where behind you is where
Oh, sorry, I'm cutting your head off.
You cut my head off?
I was cutting your head off.
Don't you dare cut my head off. If anybody gets that reference, let me know. If you cut my head off, I swear to God. Step Brothers. Will Ferrell, Step Brothers, anybody?
I'm not
Anybody?
good with movie quotes.
Oh my God. All right, so this is a nice one because it has its own ensuite.
Yes.
So the oldest child comes here.
This, I mean, and really, it's a good sized bedroom too. I mean, none of these bedrooms are like the biggest bedroom I've ever seen.
No.
But your kids don't need the biggest bedroom ever.
They don't.
Like, let them go in there to sleep, but then I want them to be out hanging with me.
Our kids are
they're with-
never in their bedrooms.
Really?
Unless
Yeah.
they're in timeout or
I
something.
mean, they are younger. They're not teenagers yet, so we'll get there. We'll see
Oh, no.
what happens. But
Our teenagers ain't gonna be hanging out in their rooms. They're gonna be either outside playing or they're gonna be hanging out with us.
we'll see about that.
Yeah, so you have your own, they have their own bathroom, which makes things nice. You don't have kids fighting over bathrooms constantly.
How big was this closet? Was it a nice little closet?
I mean, it's just a standard, like,
I like that it's a double door.
yeah, double doors. Nothing too crazy,
Nothing
But-
too crazy, but it's a closet. Can definitely still fit a lot in there.
for sure. All right, so next one, we have another bedroom this way.
Yeah, and this is the little hallway I thought was interesting.
Isn't
Around
it cool?
the corner.
Go around the corner, around the back. It makes a big full circle.
Yeah, this is kind of like
And then
they get
this
their
bedroom
own bedroom.
and their own bathroom. Again,
Yeah.
here, stay right here so you can see. I like how they decked this out. With the
This
pink.
bathroom's really cute. I mean, this bedroom's really cute. Well, and bathroom.
Even they painted the walls pink too.
I love it.
We should do this for our daughter. But this one looks nice. So what's funny, you know, if you have the 2 guest bedrooms upstairs, boys, smaller bathrooms. One has a bathroom, one doesn't. This one, they painted pink because this is obviously the girls' room, right? Even though it's a model
That
home.
one bedroom had its own bathroom.
But look, like this, they give the biggest bathroom, the biggest closet, like to the girl. She gets her own everything. She gets
That's
her own
'cause
shower.
She's the princess, okay?
Yeah, princess is spoiled,
Yeah.
pretty much.
This is so
I mean, I kind of
cute.
spoil our daughter, so it's kind of whatever.
And look, they even get their own linen closet too.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's a linen closet.
Yep. Linen closet.
Nice.
Yeah, this is a nice bathroom for
This
sure.
really is kind of a replica of the bedroom right below us downstairs.
Yeah, it really is.
When
Just,
you first walk in.
just a little bigger.
Right above it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just slightly bigger.
You want to go take a look outside to see what the elevation would
Yeah.
look like out there for this model? I still can't get over this. This is
I know, hold on. I gotta take a
Spectacular.
moment to pause. Like, all
Just
of
take-
the windows.
take this in.
Just look at all
Just take it in.
of the windows.
It feels so relaxing. Yeah.
It's amazing.
If you're gonna do sliding doors, this is what you do.
Yeah, love it.
I won't mess with that, but we will go out this one. All right. Pay no attention to the lot size, because if you end up building this or buy an inventory home, you have no idea the actual lot size, what it's gonna sit on.
Even then though, this one's still not bad.
60-foot products are generally gonna have better, especially when they're 2-story, you're gonna have a little bit more yard space, right? Than a 3,500 square foot 1-story where it takes up the entire backyard.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you wanna come out here and just, I mean, look at this. This is a covered patio. This is a covered patio. Hands down, they did a great job with this. I mean, we have our wall of windows here that opens up, looks great. From basically almost the entire house, I'd say a good 80% of the whole house is the covered patio.
Yeah.
And then we have the built-in kitchen, outdoor kitchen, which this is obviously going to be an upgrade.
Obviously an option, an upgrade, yeah.
I say this all the time in our new construction model home tour videos, is if you don't plan on building a kitchen right away, make absolute certain that you have your gas line pre-installed, ready to go for whenever you do want to build it out one day. That's if you just didn't want to have the builder do it for you, right?
Yeah.
All right, so this is the Briggs model, 3,600 square foot, 2-story home, obviously. And we have what, 2 bedrooms down, 3 bedrooms up.
Yep.
And this is, the base price is $686 with Coventry Homes. Beautiful model home, definitely make sure you check it out. We still have one more we need to show you guys, and this house is a beautiful home, so let's go take a look. All right guys, now it's time to tour one of the most amazing model homes that I have ever seen in a master plan community in Samantha. Do you know what this model home reminds me of? The one we looked at with Partners in Building in
Harvest Green.
Harvest Green.
You're right.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay, so the builder's Toll Brothers. This is called the Caitlin model, and it's about 4,700 square foot. Base price starts, keyword starts at $900,000. So let's go take a look at how insanely gorgeous this house is in a master plan community. This is a custom house. Let's go take a look.
One question before we go in. I wonder if this little fountain stays.
That's a good question. I don't know if it's gonna stay either, but I sure hope it does.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. So we have this nice little seating area here, which would be cool if it does stay. I mean, I don't know what you're gonna do with the garage, but either way, they might reconfigure all of this, but as soon as you're walking in the Caitlin model.
Well, I think the garage is where the sales office is, over on the left side of the home.
You know what, you're right. Yeah, that is the garage.
So this is all gonna stay.
So, oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
This is like that's what I was saying. I wonder if that little fountain would stay.
Okay, so what do you think about the courtyard?
I love the courtyard.
Front door's there.
I think that this little area is so cool.
This is nice.
This is such a fun little like hangout spot whenever you're entertaining and have people over. It's just like, you can hang out outside without like everybody seeing you that drives by.
I mean, look behind you.
Still, like,
turn the camera and look at how much privacy you have. Like, that is your privacy right there.
Saying hello to our son. He decided to tag along today.
He's with us.
If you see him in our videos, bopping around.
So the courtyard, I mean, this is great. This looks amazing. I love how private it is, because a lot of these, like, okay, so if you're on the west side of Houston, in the inner city of Houston, like Memorial Villages, things like that, right? Or River Oaks, like those types of homes are, you know, multi-million dollars. And so you don't really have privacy like this.
Right.
And so you don't really see that here in the suburbs. You see privacy like this over there.
Right. Right.
So, I mean, that's why I like it, really. It's an amazing.
I really love it. I can just picture like the evening sitting out here together, like it's quiet, listening to the water.
Yes, the fountain.
Yeah.
And it almost reminds you of a backyard, but it's really not, it's your front. Yeah. Okay, so as soon as we're walking into the house, staircase to the right-hand side, we have our beams across the ceiling up here, another entry to that courtyard that we just looked at, and look at this kitchen. My goodness. Waterfall Island.
I feel like we can't show, like, I think we need to wait and back up for a minute and start over here.
All right, so
like we'll get to the wow in a second.
You know, that'd make me mad.
You're gonna have to wait.
That would make me mad if I was watching this video, I'm just saying. All right, okay, so we'll come back this way. So this is your study area. Looks like there's supposed to be French doors leading into here.
Yes.
20-foot ceilings, a wall-to-wall cabinet work here with your stone countertops. Beautiful hardwood floors throughout this whole house.
And the beautiful black vinyl windows.
Yes. Natural light was important, especially when you're building a home of this caliber. You gotta have natural light, otherwise it ain't gonna work.
I love this study. It's very spacious, tons of room. Love the double doors, so it's closed off from the rest of the house. So, you know, if you're taking a phone call or whatever, you can close the door.
Yeah, Kay, did you hear that?
Our kids don't seem to know what that means.
They don't care.
Yeah, I love it.
And then you have a bathroom right off the study.
A half bath for guests who, you know, from coming off the front.
Take a look how beautiful that is.
It's gorgeous.
That is gorgeous.
I just love like all the custom like touches to this home, like the different colors, the extra accents.
That's what Toll Brothers is known for.
Yeah,
they're a higher end builder. So if you're looking for a higher end type of home in a match play community, Toll Brothers is one of them.
Also, another note before we go to the kitchen, all of the trim work on these walls right here, on this entry, and then around the stairs, which we'll go up there in just a minute. But all of that trim work is so beautiful.
Yeah, does this feel builder grade to you?
No.
This
it's
is not
definitely
builder grade.
Custom home quality.
This does not, exactly. This does not feel builder grade at all. And you know what? If you were to do this, if you have a house now and you're thinking about selling or you're thinking about living in forever, whatever, right? All these little touches that you do to your house, this doesn't cost a lot of money.
No,
it really doesn't. It does not cost a lot. And
but
it
makes such a big
everything,
difference.
it makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
All right, let's go take a look at the kitchen now, because I would be mad. I'd probably, if it were me, I'd already skip that part. All right. Woo! Look at this.
Yeah, that's my exact reaction walking in here.
Lord have mercy.
And seeing this kitchen. This area is gorgeous.
Wow. Yeah, they did a number here. This island, it has to be what? 15 feet maybe?
Something like that.
This is an enormous island, and I love how we have our built-in cabinets, we have our built-in refrigerator, we have our gorgeous range here with our hibachi grill top. We have the stonework, the everything about this kitchen is just, I'm in love.
I love it.
And we have the natural white oak finish on the cabinet work.
Yeah.
I mean, this is amazing.
The only thing is that pantry door. I don't know that I could keep my pantry clean and pretty enough to have just that clear glass.
But let's be real, that's not practical. I mean, model homes look like what they do, but it's not practical.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know that I could do the clear glass.
Okay. So
I would need it frosted or something.
That's true, but let's focus on the layout though.
I'm just saying.
So let's stand right here and just give a nice shot that way and take a look. What are you thinking? That's, geez Louise. Okay, so this is our living area over here, which is wide open to the kitchen, obviously. And we have our sliding doors, a must, always a must. And we have our fire feature here.
I love this like built-in fireplace area. That fireplace is massive. That's probably one of the biggest ones I've seen.
It's a nice linear. It's a linear fireplace. A lot of people don't like linear fireplace, or
I love them.
Or the fake fireplaces, but it does put out heat if you.
It does.
Some of them do put out extraordinary heat.
They look so pretty, and I just love all the stone that they did around it. The whatever stone tile that is. It's gorgeous.
It does look good.
And then another thing about this living room too is like you mentioned all this natural light over here with the sliding door and the amazing sliding doors. But also you still have the windows on this side to the little courtyard area. And so you're getting it like natural light all around in this area.
That's amazing. Can we buy it?
I want to. What did they say? This one?
As is. So
this
as
model.
is, I mean, with the pool, which we'll go see in a minute, as is 1.7 million.
Oh,
yeah.
That's amazing.
All right, so your mudroom that you enjoy a lot.
I do.
We have another.
I think that's really cool.
And then this is going to be your utility. The utility is actually really spacious over here, and you have plenty of space to do whatever you want. Built-ins.
Wow.
Yeah, with a sink.
With a sink.
Cabinets on the uppers, cabinet lowers, upper and lowers on this side,
storage.
and then you're built in.
This is basically like what I want to do in our laundry room.
Yeah.
This is a great.
Whenever we remodel it, I guess.
That would be the garage right there.
That's the garage, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this direction is gonna lead us to 2 separate bedrooms. We will start in a guest bedroom first.
Okay.
This is a guest bedroom. Believe it or not, this is a guest bedroom. Huge. 20-foot ceilings.
I was gonna say, this is the size of some.
I mean, not 20 foot. Yeah, like
some
12.
master bedrooms. Yeah.
This is definitely the size of some master bedrooms, for sure.
Oh yeah.
But you know one thing I noticed that I don't like? I have to nitpick. If I had to nitpick
What?
on model homes and how they portray everything, why? Like,
I
it
know.
looks great.
It's not practical. In
Who
Houston.
wants to sleep in their room without a fan on?
We need fans in Houston, people.
If you sleep without a fan on, you need to get checked out because you're a psycho.
Yeah, I don't know how people do it.
All right, so this one is the mother-in-law suite because it has its own bathroom. Look at this.
I really love that shower. The tile all the way to the ceiling,
Yeah.
and it's a beautiful
I'm glad they took
selection.
it to the ceiling. You know, custom homes, you always see them take it to the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a pretty nice closet space in here as well. So,
Nice.
yeah, beautiful little closet.
Yeah.
You know, something for the mother-in-law, you know, or your whoever,
Or a
right? You know, your family.
or family member.
Or a teenager. So let's go upstairs.
No, let's go to the master. Didn't we pass that?
Oh, yeah, the master.
primary
That's
bedroom?
right. See, I'm
'Cause we-
confused because that's big enough to be a master. So,
Yeah.
so what's really cool about this master bedroom is they have their own like bar top area here with your own little refrigerator. So you don't have to get up in the middle of the night to go get your own little, you know, your drink or whatever. It's
Or
here.
like coffee drinkers. Is there a plug?
Yeah.
You could totally plug in your little coffee pot and
For sure, you can have
your coffee as soon as you put your feet off your bed in the morning.
A lot of people do it like that. A lot of people time it with their coffee pots. So they wake up at 6:30 every morning or 6 a.m. Coffee pot's ready to go.
I really like that. That's not something you see in a lot. Like, I don't know that we've seen it in any of the homes we've looked at. It's very rare to see something like that in the primary bedroom.
Drees didn't have it. Partners in Building, but Partners in Building's a complete custom.
The specific layouts we looked at least
Yeah.
didn't have it.
So take a look at this. This is the master, the primary bedroom, enormous in size.
Yeah.
And the recessed ceilings up here with the herringbone tile work or woodwork.
I think that's wood.
Yeah, that's wood. That's for sure wood because there's no grout lines. It's just straight
Yeah.
wood. So the herringbone, yeah, I can see the nails. But wow, that looks amazing.
Is really cool.
But trying to just focus on the layout itself and not so much as the interior design work of this.
Yeah.
This is a really large bedroom.
It's
huge.
A massive bedroom.
And then if you look, you can see your courtyard area for your backyard.
Yeah, that's a separate one, not the one we've already looked at.
I do wish they might have had, they would have put
a door.
A door here, or maybe even the sliding doors here in the master.
Yeah.
Because you have privacy fence back there, but either way, I still think it looks good. If I had to do it, build it from scratch, I'd definitely put my sliders there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you ready to see a car wash shower?
Let's see a car wash shower. Again, it looks like here there's supposed to be double doors as well. It looks like they just took them off to make it easier to show. I'm also thinking the doors that had the glass probably aren't actually glass. I mean, you probably could get it if you wanted to, but I think it's just for show.
Yeah.
I bet you they're just a regular door too, because some of the closets have them. Like, is that realistic?
Okay, so this bathroom is the size of most people's master bedrooms. Really?
It might be bigger than some people's master bedrooms.
Yeah, this is a good size.
Wow.
So we call this a car wash shower because you can enter in one direction and then exit the other direction. So that's what we call a car wash shower. But
we've got two shower heads.
Yeah, two shower heads, a bench to contemplate why did you spend $1.7 million in Texas with property taxes? I don't know, just whatever. But you still have plenty of room to have fun. All right, so the vanities, no arguing who gets what. They're the same. You just pick your side and be done with it. But I know you love this concept of this being in the middle of your vanity.
I do love it because essentially, like, it's basically your linen closet for your towels, your hand towels, whatever. Or, I mean, I'm sure some people store like hygiene products or whatever in there, but it just looks prettier than a door for like a little linen closet.
It does. It adds a little more. It adds more character, which
Yeah.
you don't really see a ton in suburbs.
Right.
It's all like cookie cutter.
Right.
This adds a lot of character to it. Okay, so the closet, the primary closet, is also big and spacious, and you know you got to have. Everything's bigger in Texas, fellas, ladies, whatever. Everything's bigger in Texas. This is a very nice closet.
Very nice closet. I like that they didn't leave all the shelving white and they painted it to match all the trim.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, because the baseboards are the 6.5 or 6 1/4.
Yeah.
Or
And
six,
normally,
yeah.
the builders will just paint all the shelving white.
White, yeah.
I like that they painted it to match all the trim though.
Their interior
just
designer
makes
did a great job with color selections. I give them that. Okay, so that's the primary. We covered the extra bedroom downstairs. We haven't talked about upstairs yet. You want to go upstairs?
Yeah, let's go upstairs.
Let's go upstairs. Come on, Caden. Let's go take a look upstairs, little buddy.
He's been itching to get up there. Yeah.
This is the epitome of modern luxury in a neighborhood in the suburbs. Like, okay, so now we're upstairs, and this is the trim work you were talking about when we on the entryway.
Look at this beautiful stair area, entry area, really, because there's the front door down there.
Now,
First glance is at upstairs.
okay, so
Where to first?
I don't know. I don't know where to take you yet. Because this right here, what I'm looking at is, can they see it? Can you look? Can they see this yet?
You can kind of see it. It's
All
like
right.
playing peekaboo.
Let's not play peekaboo anymore. We
Okay.
teased them. You teased them in the first go round, but look at this game room.
Wow.
Look at
Oh
this.
my gosh, this game room is massive.
Cathedral ceilings,
Beautiful.
cathedral vaulted ceiling. I mean, this is.
With the wood paneling on the ceiling.
This model is spectacular. Look how huge this game room is. This model is absolutely spectacular. And I am like right here, come look the way the model is designed, because that's important, right? Not so much as the finishing touches, but the design of this, look at your covered patio below.
That's
and you can
gorgeous.
see your pool, you can see everything out there. This is spectacular. Wow.
Wow.
Toll Brothers, good job.
Yeah, this is a fantastic floor plan.
But
Like,
wait, there's more.
I know it doesn't even stop at this game room over here. We still have to go back to that half. This is like just the middle.
I think that's the bedrooms, but check out this one.
Oh my goodness.
We have a popcorn machine.
Fancy, fancy.
I'll definitely-
Obviously.
Yeah, you know what,
You gotta buy
guys?
your
If you give us a call, you buy a Toll Brothers house, I will buy you a popcorn machine. How about
There
that?
you go.
But look at this media room.
Wow. This
This
is a beautiful media room.
This is, yeah. I think I'm gonna go talk to that sales rep, tell him I just want to buy this model. I'm done. I'm
Can
done.
we buy it as is with all the furniture too?
Do you know what? No. You can. When I was talking to him, you absolutely can.
Really?
He said with all the furniture they have in it, I think they're going to sell it as is with everything in it.
No way.
With the pool, 1.7.
With the furniture?
Yeah. They're going to sell it like this. So
I was totally
That's
like-
I mean, unless I misunderstood him, he said all of the upgrades we have in there, including the furniture, we're at 1.7 with it. I was like, that's impressive, man. Okay.
That is really awesome.
40
I mean, sign me up. I'm sold.
All right, so we just got to sell our house first.
Okay. Well, okay, you didn't talk much about this, but this is amazing. There's another little like bar area in the media room. And to put, oh, it lights up. I guess motion.
It's a motion, yeah. When you walk next to it, it'll
Caden
light
just
up.
walked
for you.
by it and it lit up.
Yeah.
You made it light up, Caden.
All right.
And then the built-in's over there underneath the TV. Lots of storage. Amazing media room. What's up?
That is a server closet, or if you want a server, but
Oh,
they have it as a server room right
yeah.
now. But just more
Extra
space.
storage.
Yeah, a lot of breakers in there. Okay, so the other side is, I'm willing to bet, is just going to be bedrooms.
Hey, I think we should tell them this really cool thing that I found out not too long ago at one of the homes we were touring, one of the model homes we were touring, so whenever they build these houses, they put a switch in at the front, by the front door.
Oh yeah.
That you
yeah.
press one switch and it turns on all
Yeah.
the lights in the house. And so if you ever buy the model, guess what? You get to keep that switch. And
Yeah.
that is so cool. Like if you're coming home and just want all the lights on, or you're entertaining and you need all the lights on because people are going to be here or whatever, it's so easy. You don't have to run around the house and turn stuff on. Just
It's so nice.
one button.
Especially as realtors, I wish every house had that, because trying to walk into a
Oh my
resale
gosh,
home
yes.
and turn on every single light,
Yes.
especially for 2 and 5,000, 7,000 square foot homes,
Yeah.
it's like, geez. All right, so
okay,
this is
go
another
to this side
bedroom.
first.
Here's another bedroom in here. Very spacious. Yeah, you're right. They did take off all the doors. There's no doors.
Yeah, there's no doors.
I think they just did that for easeability to show.
yeah.
But this is a very large bedroom for a guest bedroom.
Really. It's
Again, this is the
large.
size of most people's master.
Yeah, I agree. This carpet is very nice as well. Definitely no
textured.
like builder grade carpet. This is more like luxury carpet.
And then the closet's pretty spacious as well. And then over here,
And
we do
its own
have,
bathroom.
you have your own bathroom. You gotta have your own bathroom. And this one's actually pretty nice because it will actually share. So you have your own bathroom here, but you also have a door that'll be here.
Oh, it makes a circle.
It makes a circle. So anybody up here playing around in their guest area
Can use this bathroom.
Yep.
Also, you kind of skipped over it because it's not like super important, but some people might want to know. This is just another little storage closet off of the game room area.
Yeah.
Lots of storage space. Definitely no shortage of storage.
What's over here? Another bedroom with its own bathroom. Of course, because why not?
And look, this is the pink bedroom in this house. There's always one.
There's always one.
I love it.
They're appealing.
It's always so
They know
cute.
their audience because they're gonna. We have 2 boys and a girl, so
They're gonna. Most people will have at least one of each gender if they're buying a house this size. They're gonna have multiple kids,
yep.
and odds are you're gonna have
I
probably.
love how there's no carpet in here.
Yeah.
I don't like carpet.
Yeah.
And then what do you
Ooh,
think?
look at this
tile.
flooring.
That is a nice floor.
And
That's very interesting.
also very beautiful choices for.
I've always kind of been scared to do something like this because I felt like I'd be too busy, but this actually flows very well.
It does.
Props to their interior designer, that's for sure. Okay, so that completes the upstairs. Now, the last thing we have left, courtyard, covered patio outside.
All right.
I'm sure they want to see that, right?
Yep.
I mean, I'd want to see if I'm going to spend 1.7. But base price is at base price is at 9.
Yeah, 900.
Yeah. Okay. This kitchen, I just can't. I can't
You
with
want to see
this.
it again?
I can't with this
Wow. It's just amazing. I don't even think we really talked about this dining room area while we were over here, but right off the kitchen, it's open to this massive dining room area
kitchen. Look at that.
and a whole wall of cabinets.
Look at this
Okay,
wall.
this might be my one complaint because there are sliding windows on both sides.
No door.
But there's no practical door. Where's my practical door?
I think when you buy 1.7, you know, with
But then you
a
gotta
higher
open
tax
that
rate,
whole thing to let the dog
practicality is just kind of out the window at that point, right?
out? Dang, I don't want to open the whole thing to let the dog outside.
I mean, it wasn't that hard. As long as you keep this clean, it slides very easy.
So,
Ooh,
wow,
man.
this is a covered patio.
Yeah, this is a covered patio for sure. This
20-foot ceilings.
I take back what I said about the Coventry covered patio. Well, I mean, they're the same
I mean,
size, actually. They're pretty much the same exact size.
height.
I guess
They're
just the
just
backyard, the way they built this out looks amazing.
Yeah, they already
Yeah.
added the pool for you.
Yeah, and then your full-blown kitchen,
Built-in
outdoor kitchen built in.
Look at that TV and the way that they like just did the decor around it. Nice.
Imagine sitting here watching that TV and for the Super Bowl.
And the kids swimming in the
Texans
pool.
playing on Sundays. Go Texans, by the way. Okay, so your infinity pool. It's infinity from that way, from here. Man, this is
Wow.
nice. Okay, so obviously, like, none of this is gonna be standard.
No,
In a
this
build.
is all, you add this. This is all an add-on.
But what's really nice is this, if you see the model the way it is like this, Toll Brothers can do this for you.
Exactly.
Right? They're a higher end builder. They're gonna put out a higher end product. What do you think, Kaden?
You like it?
Should we buy this house? We should, huh? Yeah. Mommy and Daddy need to sell more houses, huh? Tell them to give us a call if they're moving to Houston or they're moving to Manvel, wherever, right? Tell them, call my dad. Call my mommy. No, this is gorgeous though. I love what they did. And then look at the little privacy, what do you call this, little courtyard over here?
It's like another little courtyard area.
Yeah. All right, so this is like another courtyard, right? I kind of like this is a very modern fixture with it. Look at this. So this is a fireplace. You can see the gas fixture here.
It is.
And this is kind of cool.
It is really cool.
Turfed area here,
I was
stone,
gonna say turf.
and stone around it, each for your little sitting areas.
Yeah.
And then this little modern piece here. This looks really cool.
It does.
Yeah, this looks
Lots
amazing.
of privacy outside in this house. I really like it.
You know, a lot of people when they move to the suburbs, especially if you're coming from the countryside or if you're coming from a house that's on larger lots or larger land, more spread apart, Like, pan over here. This is what you can do to get a little bit more privacy if you want to move to the burbs.
Yeah, adding all the shrubbery.
Yes, adding all the shrubs, adding all the trees, adding little fixtures here and there, decking it out just like this.
Yeah.
It adds a lot more privacy than you could ever imagine,
It really
being
does.
this close to other people.
Yeah.
So those of you coming from the country, just know that you have options.
Even like over there, how they built that little pergola like around the chairs.
Yeah.
Like it just adds a little bit, and like you could put a vine on it or something to kind of create like a wall.
That is very true. Yeah, you can create a wall so your neighbors can't kind of see in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks good. Okay, so that is gonna wrap up our model home tours. Now we still have the amenities to check out, which I'm super excited to show you guys. Pomona is an amazing community full of like awesome award-winning amenities. They've been around for a little bit. And if you watch my Meridiana video, Meridiana is another master plan community here in Manvel. Very similar construct, very similar concept with all of the amenities that this particular neighborhood has to offer. So let's go check those out. All right, you guys, now I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the amenities that you can expect to get here in Pomona. And there's so many amenities here that I can't remember all of them. So I got my handy dandy little cheat sheet. And let me tell you about this. There are tons of them. So, okay, first of all, we have resort style pools with poolside cabanas offering that shady spot to relax while your kids can swim. Then we have something called Camp Pomona, which is the outdoor living area. It has an event lawn, fitness centers, it has social halls, fire pits, back porch, and grilling areas, which is pretty cool. Then we have something called the Exploration Zone. And now the Exploration Zone is where you can stay active and explore kind of the state-of-the-art playgrounds that are, you know, really high-end products here in master plan communities. Next up, we have something called a fish camp, which is actually pretty cool. And the fish camp is a catch and release pond. It's perfect for a place to catch a good time. Next, we have something called the backyard. Now, the backyard features, check this out, a zip line. It features a zip line, a 100-year-old tree, or actually says trees, so it's plural, 100-year-old trees, fireplace, and a tree house. Pretty freaking cool. Next, we have something called the Grove. Now, the Grove is kind of like it says it's a fruit tree farm. I'll throw up some drone footage so you can see this one as well. It's an open air pavilion as well. It does have a half court, little basketball court as well, a dog park, and it has a whole bunch more than that. It's a really cool area. Next, we have something called the Hive. Now, the Hive is geared for kids ages from 1 through 7. And it's a honeycomb theme park, features slides, swings, and a whole lot more. Next, this one's actually pretty interesting. It's called the Dock. Now, the Dock is an e-boat ramp. Well, the dock itself, for those that live in this particular square of a lake, they have a community dock, and then those who live in that area or right there in that section, they can have their own boat dock as well attached to their backyard. And you can't do gas-powered vehicles or gas-powered boats, but you can do e-boats, kayaks, you can do anything, paddle boarding or things like that, but anything but gas. So if you have an electric boat, which is kind of cool, you can boat around on that little lake that's right there. That's pretty cool. You don't really find that very often in a master plan community. Next, we have something called the Zone. The Zone is multiple outdoor sports courts, has an event lawn. We have there are pickleball courts, there's a volleyball court, there is a tennis court, and there is also a splash pad, perfect for those little ones on a hot summer day like this. Perfect area to cool off. Next, we have something called the Chrysalis, and the Chrysalis is where you can enjoy, your little ones can enjoy the butterfly theme park with education components. There's a play area, there's an event lawn, and there's an open air pavilion, which is also pretty cool. And then finally on the list, we have something called the Nectar. I mean, there's so many, see what I'm saying? There's so many different spots. I couldn't possibly remember all of these, even though I'm very familiar with this area, trying to relay all of this information to you on a video with remembering every single spot with every single detail. It's kind of hard to do. But the Nectar is another little area that's a little playground area with swing sets. They have content, or they have swing sets, bucket spinners, and you can play pretend in the charming flower themed playhouse. That's pretty cool. So check this out. Not only do they have all of those amenities, but I wanted to read off this to you just to show you a little bit about some of the events that they have here in the area. It's not just all about the playgrounds and all of the amenities here. Of course, that's a big part, but so they have award-winning lifestyle programs, which is pretty awesome. They have a whole event coordinator that'll coordinate this with the entire community. We have group fitness classes, we have paint and sip classes, community crafting, Pomona Littles Reading Group, the Pomona Teen Advisory Board. We have trivia nights, dive-in movie nights, that's kind of cool, kayaking at the fish camp. We have community festivals, which is pretty nice, fishing tournaments, crawfish boils, gotta love crawfish down here in the South. I'm pretty big on crawfish, although I do like eating lobster tails better than crawfish because I don't want to do all that work just to get a tiny piece of meat. I'd rather just get me one big tail. Anyways, cooking classes, we have baking classes, champagne tastings, cornhole tournaments, yoga, bunco. My wife's pretty big on bunco. She likes playing bunco. We have holiday celebrations, poker nights. For all of you Texas Hold'em poker players out there, I love playing some Texas Hold'em. I can steal some money from my friends playing Texas Hold'em. And we have book clubs, food trucks, barbecue cook-offs, kite festivals, and karaoke. So as you can tell, Pomona is loaded down with amenities and full-blown lifestyle events for all of the residents here in the area. Well, that's gonna wrap up our tour of Pomona. I truly hope you found some sort of value in this video. And if you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can stay the first to know, up to date, and stay up to date with the current market here in Houston, Texas. And if you do plan on moving to Houston or even in Manvel, make sure you give us a call for the best deal, the best price, for the best possible terms. We will match you with the neighborhood that best fits your lifestyle. The last thing that you want to do is move to an area that does not fit you, and then it turns out you hate it. You have to move twice. That's no good for anybody. So make sure you give us a call. I'll see you guys in the next video.